What's up guys, Justin here for S&S Archery. In today's gear video, we're looking at another archery sight that we carry here at S&S. Today's gear video, we're looking at the HHA Sports Tetra Tournament Edition. Alright guys, so I just did some videos on the Tetra and the Tetra Max. I'll put a link right here so you guys can go back, check those out. But today's video, we're going to be looking at the Tetra Tournament Edition. So the main difference between the regular Tetra and the Tournament Edition that we're looking at today has to do with the dovetail on the Tournament Edition. So as you can see there, the dovetail is just over 6 inches long. You have a lot of adjustment, so you're able to really fine tune this scope housing relative to your peep. What's really nice too is you have the option to take on and off this sight off your bow, whether that's for transporting in some kind of hard case or just as you're packing up the mountain. You have set divot marks and a dovetail knob with a nylon tip that's going to lock in place. So every time when you take this on and off, as long as you have that set in the correct hole, the same hole that you sighted in with, it's going to be dialed in, ready to go for you. So this part is going to mount up directly on your bow. This is where you're also going to be able to mount, say, a tight spot quiver to. These holes here in the back. If you're not a fan of the dovetail knob, whether that comes in conflict with, say, one of your arrows on your quiver, you can take this off, and inside your kit you're provided a standard set screw. Another thing with the dovetail is it is compatible with the V3X, so if you guys are using that bridge lock system, it will work. I've done a video on it. I'll put it right here, just another link. It's going to show Spot Hog Black Gold and the HHA and how they fit in that V3X, so you guys can kind of get a grasp on what that's going to look like. Looking at this sight in an overview, this is all machined aluminum. Even the rail system of this sight, it kind of reminds me of the Spot Hogs, just ultra tough. Definitely going to take a beating for you and hold up. But it also looks really nice. Definitely could see this on multiple bows throughout a 3D range. Just a well-balanced sight by HHA. Being that it is all machined aluminum, is still fairly light, coming in at 13.8 ounces. So it's not like the Spot Hogs that carry so much weight. This is a fully adjustable sliding sight, basically meaning you're going to have a set pin. Here I have a single pin. I'm going to be able to set that up for, say, 20 yards, and then through my dial system, I've got a lock here I'm going to loosen. Now I'm able to roll this out and shoot a whole bunch of different yardages. Being that this is a fully adjustable sliding sight, you are going to be provided 52 different sight tapes that are going to correspond to your arrow's ballistics. I'll have another video explaining the process on how to select the right sight tape for your HHA Sports sight. What's cool is you're also getting 3 test strips and 3 blank strips as well. So when you make that sight in process, you're not actually putting in on any of the sight tapes, marking up possibly the ones that you might need. So that is cool. Another nice thing about all the sight tapes from HHA is they are all waterproof. At some point we're going to be exposed to the elements, whether that's rain or morning dew. So we're just ensured that our sight tapes are going to stay on and not peel off, which is huge. As far as your pointer, you can see here we've got a brass needle, very easy to see. I kind of like the different colors. If it were me, I might pull this off, maybe paint it like a fluorescent orange or a red, just to help make that pointer pop just a little bit. But you definitely can see it, just something I might consider doing. Like I said, the actual rail system and your elevation is all machined aluminum. A lot of other sites use some kind of polymers or plastics. But this is machined aluminum. What I really noticed when I started getting my hands on these HHAs was the drive system and how smooth they are. It's just like butter, up and down movements. Honestly, I think they're probably one of the most smoothest elevation adjustment sights out there. So that is nice. You do have a brass guide, so your gearing, everything is well built on this sight. What is cool about the HHA elevation adjustment is you can set the tension with this lock system here on the front. So if I was at a 3D shoot and I wanted to shoot multiple targets, different yardages, I'm not constantly having to lock this back down and loosen it to dial out to those different target ranges. What's nice is I can basically set that tension to where this is a lot stiffer, So as I'm moving to target, it's not going to move up and down. You're going to see here I have a toolless windage bar. So this is awesome to have once you're close on the initial sight in. This is going to make for an easy adjustment. So you're just going to loosen this, and now I can make big adjustments by just pushing the housing over. Once I get it close, then I can use the micro adjustment here on the front. So I love the windage adjustment on this sight. Makes it super fast and easy to adjust. Lock that down when you're all finished. Another thing that's kind of new for HHA moving forward is this new infinite adjust plate up front. So this has to do with guys running out of windage adjustment, either left or right. They're basically giving you this offset bracket, which can be flipped over 180 degrees, so you can have more adjustment to the right or the left. So you have a lot of options, and if you don't need it, you can actually just unmount it, take the base, mount it directly on the rail system as well. So it is nice that they do provide that. This is also where you're going to have your second axis adjustment on this sight. So I've got this sight loose just so you can see, but this is basically leveling our housing level with our bow. Not only does this sight have second axis adjustment, but you also have your third axis adjustment. So this is very important when you're shooting at very steep angles, long distance shots, especially on the 3D range. This adjustment can be made right here on the dovetail. You have a set screw, a main Allen here that you're going to loosen. Then you have a micro adjustment here on the side that you can fine tune this to get the right pitch in your scope housing. As far as the housing, taking a look at this sight, this is the single pin. When guys call in, they're looking for a single pin sight. We always kind of, not necessarily push them, but we lean them in the direction of the HHA sights. All the technology, they kind of are set up for the single pin use. What I really liked about the ring system on here is the sight bubble is really big. I think all sights should be at that size. It doesn't really block your field of view. It just really helps you level up before the shot way faster, in my opinion. As far as the pins on the HHA sight, very strong, all machined aluminum as well. The fiber optic is well protected, not hardly any parts of it are exposed. Very bright pin, not too bright. These are available in 10,000ths and 19,000ths. Stock colors, they're going to be green. This is also available in a 4-pin configuration that we also sell. And those are going to be green, red, also available in either the 10,000ths or the 19,000ths. If you guys are interested in doing any customization, whether that's pin sizes, pin colors, we have a customs tab on our website you can pull up and go ahead and build this thing out, spec'd out exactly how you'd like. Just know the lead times are obviously going to be longer when you're not buying a stock sight directly. What's cool about the housing, the technology that they have, is you're able to manually adjust the light coming in or out to your fiber optic. So here you can see I have it basically standard how it would come normally, but I can make a simple twist and open up the top here and let the fiber optics really gather in as much light as possible. So if I'm in a dark situation, I can open this up. It's really going to help brighten that pin, or if I'm in a bright situation, I can close it back down, and that way that pin's not washing out on me. When you make the purchase of your HHA sight, whether it's the Tournament Edition or just their standard Tetra, you are going to have to assemble the sight. It's going to come basically the base, the pistol part of the sight, and then you're also going to get the housing separate. To mount this up, it's very simple to do. Basically, this bar that's going to fit on the rail system, you can see there I have it loose. You can kind of see a little bit of daylight in between them. These screws, just keep them to where they're loose, but still containing this bar. Just going to grab your sight, make sure it's in the right orientation, and you're just going to slip it right into the rail and then tighten it up. So very easy process. Just a little heads up, when you get the sight, it is going to come in 2 pieces, so you will have to assemble it. But as you can see, very easy to do. The last thing we'll talk about with the HHA sights is their warranty. If you have anything malfunction with the sight, if any of the gearing system strips out, manufacturer defects, anything like that, they're definitely going to take care of you 100% for the lifetime of the sight. Overall, I think this is a phenomenal sight to go with. If you're looking for a single pin sight, maybe you have the V3X, you need the ability to mount this through that bridge lock system. you know, definitely go with the Tetra Tournament Edition. You know, like I said, going to be an awesome sight for guys that like the single pin. If you guys have any questions about this sight or anything else in the store that we carry, please feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email. We'd be glad to help. If you guys have found this video to be useful in any way, please hit subscribe to follow us along on more gear, hunting, and review videos. Thanks, guys.